trying to mend the pieces of your broken heart. Want to make a change but don't know where to start. Let's go on a journey trying something new. Let's go on the road to finding you. The art spot with Iyanla. Talking relationships, getting down to the thick of it. The art spot with Iyanla.
Greetings and welcome to the R Spot. If you're joining us, then it must mean that you have a desire to create or improve your loving, lasting relationships. Well, that's the intention of the R Spot, to share with you thoughts and information that can and will support you in improving every relationship with your life. Now, while we talk about loving, intimate relationships, or what I call love ships, the principles and practices that I share here will help you in all of your relationships, including the one you're having with yourself. So today I want to examine the principle of correspondence, meaning what you draw to you is a function of who you believe you are. So our topic for today is like draws like. Same problem, different person. Now, whenever I address this subject, I get a lot of pushback, resistance, and the shaking the head and the pointing your finger. I ain't nothing like that. What they do don't have nothing to do with me. Well, the laws of life and living in the universe say something different. In all situations, under all circumstances, you will attract things, people, and experience that match your vibratory energy. Like always draws like. Now here's the tricky part. The part of you that your partner or your friends demonstrate may be the unhealed parts of yourself that you are totally unaware of. People come into your life for a reason, and more often than not, the reason is to trigger up and facilitate you becoming aware of what you are thinking, feeling, and believing about yourself. Ooh, that is a bitter pill to swallow. Listen, in January, I'm publishing an entire book on dominant negative thought patterns and how our unconscious ways of thinking attract to us the very things we don't want. But for right now, let's keep it simple. Like draws like. Every partner you've ever drawn, attractive, been in relationship with is showing you a part of you that you may not know anything about. Now here's the question I always get when I'm discussing this topic. What is it about me that would attract a partner that would lie to me, cheat on me, abandon me, even beat me? Well, beloved, clutch your pearls, because this is a pearl clutching moment. Chances are that you lied to yourself about who you are, about what you really want. There's also a very good chance that you don't keep your promises to yourself. That's betrayal. And how you treat you sets the standard for how other people are going to treat you. And since we're on the topic, I would think it's a safe bet that somewhere, somehow, you give more to others, think more of others, do more for others than you do for yourself. And that's called abandonment. Like draws like. And your partner is simply demonstrating something going on within you that you may not be aware of. Now here's another question I always get. But I did my work. I healed that. So why do I keep attracting the same person and the same experience over and over? Well, the short answer would be you were mistaken. You may think you've done the work, but you've not healed the issue. More often than not, this happens when we're still angry or upset with the other person, or when we're still blaming them for where we are now. This could mean that you have done some work, but you haven't done the real work of accepting full responsibility for what you attracted, and you may not have forgiven totally and completely. Like will draw like, and continue to draw like until you forgive the things that are no longer like you. I could do a 2-hour dissertation on forgiveness, but I won't. Instead, let me break it down into bite-sized pieces. When you mix black and white, the natural result is gray. The tone of the gray depends upon how much black you put in and how much white you put in. You're going to get some shade of gray. You don't have to hope it'll be gray. You don't have to wonder if it's going to be gray. When you put black and white together, you're going to get gray. Now, the state and condition of any relationship is the natural result of the blending of the colors, the energy, the intentions of each partner. The colors and the state and the energy of the relationship is going to be produced by the beliefs, the choices, the intentions, and the history that each partner brings to the mess. If I'm yellow and you're blue, our relationship is going to be green. It doesn't matter that I want the relationship to be orange or that you want the relationship to be turquoise. The result will be green. Now, what that means is either the partners were not clear or honest or aware of their color. So they get into a relationship, and when they end up with gray, when they want an orange, they believe it's because of the other person. No, it's because your color mixed with their color, and your two colors produce what you have, even if it's not the color you want. So the really smart and resistant people are now saying, well, how the heck am I supposed to know the color he or she was? I thought they were this color. Or, well, they told me they were green. I didn't discover later till they were actually blue, and I didn't want blue. Well, beloved, like will always draw like. You will attract the person and their color that will reveal to you who you believe you are and what you think you deserve, even if you think you want and deserve something else. Our relationships are often not what we expect or want them to be. In the same way that your expectations and desires are completely irrelevant when you put black and white paint in a can, you're going to get gray. So relationships are always the result of the beliefs we hold, the choices we make, and our history. Now, if two people have been unconditionally loved and have made unconditionally loving choices for themselves and for others, chances are they will create a mutually loving relationship. However, the people who are attracted to each other because they've never been loved unconditionally will attract and choose an imitation love. Someone who is an imitation. Someone who also wants an imitation. They're going to choose their knockoff paint, and fraud is their color. The result of the blended colors in a relationship cannot and will not be loving if you don't show or stand in your true colors. What happens in the relationship is the natural result of the interaction between the two partners whose colors are the same, because like draws like. On the other hand, when two yellow people or two green people or two orange people are attracted, what you're going to get is a richer, warmer shade of the colors that they are. You will not get gray unless you mix the two wrong colors together, which is so often what happens in our relationship. So here's the thing. If you keep drawing the same person in different clothes with a different name, there is something you need to see or know about your color, about yourself. And the way to get clear about that is that you stop looking at your partner and start looking at yourself. Stop wondering why they're doing this or that and start doing your own work, your own internal investigation. If your partner is cheating, where are you cheating yourself? And why do you stay where you're dishonored? If your partner is not caring or kind or loving, what is your self-care score? How do you take care of yourself? If your partner is not supporting you, encouraging you, bringing something more to the table that enhances both of you where you are, ask yourself, How am I letting my own self down? Instead of blaming your partner, look at how you treat you. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to kick boo-boo or fifi to the curb. It does, however, mean that once you get clear within yourself, they may pull up and out because you have disinvited them from your life. Once you raise your energetic vibration, once you change your mental, emotional, and spiritual color, you may no longer be the color that your partner desires, because like draws like. Change your likeness and change what you attract. Let me say this. If you're in a green relationship, meaning the condition of the relationship, and both you and your partner want a purple relationship, the two of you can do the work together. You can change the color, the energy, the environment, the condition of your relationship together so that it's not all lost. Remember, you attracted each other for a reason. So if you both do the work, you will both reap the results. And again, look at yourself. Identify the cracks in your foundation. Seal up those cracks by doing your own personal work. You will attract someone who's a more suitable match and the right color for you.
The R Spot.
Now, our question for the day comes from Warm Kisses, and she asks, Iyanla, does all of this entanglement stuff fall off to the side if your partner is abusive? If you are afraid of someone, is that the point where you simply have to leave and realize that some things just don't need to be worked on? How do I get out of an entanglement? Well, Warm Kisses, I want to thank you for your question. And for those of you who may not know what an entanglement is, I invite you to go back and watch that R-Spot episode. Just as a review, an entanglement is an attraction and an attachment that looks and feels like a relationship, but it is not, because for all of the reason that Warm Kisses just presents, it's abusive. There's fear. There's no equality among the partners, and it's just not working. Warm Kisses, the way to get out of an entanglement is, number one, tell the truth about what's going on and how you feel about it. Don't act like it's okay with you if it's not. Number two, make your plans to exit. Now, in this case, where there is abuse, you must be very mindful and create an exit strategy that keeps you safe. That means don't threaten to leave, don't announce your departure, make your plan, make sure you have some support, and then exit. When you do exit, change your phone number and alert the security team on your job. When you are exiting an abusive situation, your first priority is safety, particularly when children are involved. So, Warm Kisses, how do you get out of an entanglement? The short answer is leave. The deeper response is plan your exit in a way that keeps you safe. Now, in the very near future, I'm going to do an R-Spot episode on abusive relationships. But in the meantime, I hope this helps.
The R Spot.
In the meantime, here is our hallelujah truth of the day. It's better to be hated for who you are than loved for who you are not. Go into every relationship and every situation being authentic, showing your true self. In this way, you spare others the shock of finding out who you are after they fall in love with you. So be sure to subscribe to the Iyanla Vanzant YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode of the R-Spot. I would also ask you to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And don't forget, the R-Spot community now has your own Facebook page. You can stop by today and ask questions, share your thoughts, and please share your learnings. If you've heard anything and used it in your relationships, let folk know, yeah, I got some good stuff from the R-Spot. We have some exciting things coming up for the summer, and you might want to stay informed. So for all of you who've asked, yes, I am doing the Rites of Passage program this year at Omega Institute. You can get all the information at eomega.org. You can register for this week-long workshop and secure your lodging at eomega.org. I'm not hosting it, I'm just teaching Rites of Passage for women from age 20 to age 60. I hope you can join me. Until next time, be blessed.
Trying to mend the pieces
I
of.
never quite understand why. You know, you put on all this makeup and everything. People know that ain't what you really look like.
That's true.
You know, I think that's one of the hard things about doing your work publicly. You have to live up to the expectations of people that you don't even know. And in that group, there's still gonna be some that got something to say. Because people always got something to say.
They can.